Ladies and gentlemen, the survivor, the man, the myth, the legend, the Duke Rouse. Hey, thank you. Hey cheers, my friend. Cheers.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
The virtual fist bump. Hey, dude, I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, hey, I am too.
So for those that don't know, Duke, 5 days ago now, right?
Sunday, yeah.
Today's Friday, 5 days ago.
Yeah.
Did you have a widowmaker heart attack?
No. I guess, a heart attack's a heart attack, but, the widowmaker thing, you don't know what that, I don't know what that is.
Okay.
A whole lot, other than basically it damn near kills you.
I think it's your main valve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine was, I had, whenever I was going through the whole heart attack thing, I was in the hospital. They said, "Hey, you got 5 blockages.
Okay.
We're going to clean up 3 of them. The other 2 that we're just going to leave them alone. Basically because everybody's got them.
Okay.
But the 3 that they did clean up, they cleaned them up. They said, "Hey, we need to get those taken care of."
So you had 3 stents put in.
3 stents, yeah.
Okay, so walk me through that day, because you had sent me a picture and you said, "I'm getting ready to go get in, or I'm going to get in, got to stay in shape somehow." And
Yeah.
my response was,
"Don't die."
"Don't die."
Yeah.
And the next messages I get is, "Did you hear Duke Rouse had a massive heart attack?"
Yeah, I like to keep everybody entertained, I guess.
I thought, oh my God, I just told him don't die this morning.
Yeah, we like I said, I worked up there at the jail, and a couple of guys, they said, "Hey, we're getting a softball team. We did this last year," and they said, "You want to be on the team?" And I said, "Oh, absolutely.
Sure.
They used to play softball.
You're
all the
42,
time."
right?
Yeah, just a year younger than you.
Yep, you're 42.
Yep.
Father of 1.
Father of 1.
He's
young
8.
Hollis's people know him.
He's 7, 8, right?
Yeah, he'll be 9 in August.
In August?
Yep,
okay.
August 5th.
So you should be in decent enough shape to go play in a softball tournament based on the fact that you're a dad of a young kid.
Absolutely.
Fair enough?
Fair enough, yeah.
Okay.
How I played forever.
Yep. You did. You played softball even up until a few years ago or last year.
Yeah, I hadn't played for, I don't know, probably 9 or 10 years.
Okay. Right.
But just here and there.
All right. Yeah.
Nothing
serious.
Nothing serious.
Okay.
So anyway, we get up there, and of course I send out the Snapchat to all the adoring fans. And I said, "Hey, going out and playing softball. It's going to be a regular day. It's going to be a good time." I get, they'll snap back from you. "Hey, don't die.
Don't die."
I said, "You got her,
Yep.
Hey, round's a shape.
Yep.
So I'm in shape.
Yep.
I'm in great shape.
Sure.
Round's a great shape.
Yeah.
So anyway, went and talked to, I'd posted on Facebook, we needed a couple players or something. And Ryan Skeens just happened to be in town. He lives in South Carolina. And he said, "When do you need me?" I said, "Hey, I need you Sunday. When's a good time?" I said, "This is the time." He meets me down there and everything. I introduced my boys, my son to his boys, and, immediately, hey, they're just best of friends.
Yeah.
So, hey, this is good. So, anyway, we ended up playing two games. About the 6th inning of the second game, it wasn't ungodly hot, but it wasn't not cold.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't it wasn't the best weather in the world. Anyway, we're sitting there, and I said, "Man, my chest is kind of hurting a little bit. Got a little twinge, nothing out of the ordinary." I said, "Man, that feels weird." So I looked at one of the guys that we had, and I said, "Hey, come out here and play first base." I figured, hey, he's overdone it. You're too hot because you're big and fat. Might need to get you some water. So I go and start drinking water and all this good stuff. We're all having, I'm sitting there cracking jokes with other guys and, everything. And get done with the ball game. And we're sitting there, and like I said, we're all sitting there bullshitting, having a good time. I had actually posted pictures of me and Ryan and Rob and all of us and all the boys together and all that good stuff. Having a heart attack, no clue. Absolutely no clue that I was even having one. I said, chest pain kind of quit. We're good. Mom being the biggest fan in the world. She still comes to ball games and, she does all that good stuff. You know how mom is. Anyway, she said, hey, what are we doing? I said, we're going back to the house. I said, I need to stop up here at Holzer. I said, because I'm getting dehydrated, I think. I might need to get me a bag of fluids or something. She said, well, okay, whatever you want to do. So I'm driving back home from Wellston, and next thing I know, my arm goes numb. My left arm. I said, Mom, my arm's numb. She said, you probably hit it off something. Just didn't, kind of get like getting hit on the funny bone. It's not funny, but my God, it hurts. I wasn't in any pain or anything like that. It was just my arm was numb. So rolled in. I said, go ahead and take Easton back to the house. I'm fine. Pulled into Holzer, and I said, hey, go ahead and pull back to the house, and I'll just call you. You guys come pick me up, and we'll go to dinner or whatever. Well, that ain't happening. She says, we're not doing that. So I think Mom kind of knew something was up and just didn't want to say anything because I was driving. But anyway, get in, start talking, get registered and all that stuff. And I used to work at Holzer, work security there. Mm-hmm. So I knew a bunch of the nurses and all that good stuff. So we're sitting there chopping it up, having a good time, and one of the nurses that was doing my triage, she said, hey, she says, is your arm hurting? I said, it's numb. She said, you got chest pain? Yeah. All right then. And she kind of give me the clue of, you better sit down.
Yeah. Because
here it comes. And one of the guys come in, and he, Tara Regal's husband.
Yeah.
He, Seth, he comes in, he's sitting there talking to me, and he starts doing all his, his job and all this. And I mean, I'm sitting there getting a little bit nervous now because I'm like, man, what's going on? Because now ain't nobody joking around.
They're moving their feet.
Yeah. I'm starting to be the butt of the joke, and ain't nobody letting me in on it.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there going, wait a minute now.
Yeah.
What the hell's going on? And, they get me into a room and all this good jazz. They said, hey, we just want to make it, it might be a precaution here. We just want to check. I said, hey, okay. Do what we got to do.
Uh-huh.
And sure enough, I wasn't in the room 2 minutes. And here comes the doctor just sprinting in there. And he's probably the best quarterback in the world. Just hey, we need this, we need this, we need this, we need this, we need that, and have a seat.
He's directing.
Oh yeah. I mean, he's doing her.
Yeah.
And finally, me being dumb, I said, what in the hell was going on?
Yeah.
He goes, well, you're having a heart attack right now. And chest wasn't hurting, arm was numb. I said, you gotta be shitting me. And he said, no, I'm not shitting you. You're going to Galplis. So I was lucky. EMS or whoever it was that transported me, they were in the building. They were in the hospital. And they said, hey, we got one that needs to go. And they took me to Galplis. And I mean, we've all drove to Galplis before. It's not that big of a drive, but
not the smoothest
in the world, especially when you can't see nothing but the back of the road and up top. Yeah.
They got you strapped in a gurney.
Oh yeah. Got me strapped in,
Gown.
Oh no, not yet.
What you got on you at this time? You got any?
I just had a regular old T-shirt. And,
well, but what they got you hooked up to? They got you.
Oh, they the EKG
Monster,
and all that good stuff, and everything was beeping. So I said, "Hey, we're good."
Yeah.
Everything's beeping. It's making noise. There's no constant moving.
Hey, are you thinking at this time that you're dying?
Oh, hell yeah. I was sitting there. I said, I just said goodbye to my son. And Mom, this is awful.
This is it.
Yeah. Oh, I mean,
Oh yeah, brother.
you know,
Yeah.
I mean, I was sitting there and whoever would listen to me, I was sitting there telling them, I said, you have got to get me,
Oh,
you know, now.
I can't imagine what's going through.
Oh
your head.
yeah. And I'm an emotional person anyway,
Sure.
for the most part. You know, some people think I'm a royal prick, which I am because I live with me. You know, I know. But, you know, I just have a little soft side here and there.
Sure.
And the funny thing, you know, is what is today? The 26th. Okay. My son, Easton, you know, well, he and I are both big into wrestling.
Yep.
This WWE stuff.
Yeah. You always have been.
Oh, huge.
yeah.
You
You've
know,
been huge into it.
and, you know, I got somebody that I can sit there and mold into my liking now. You
Yeah.
know? So I say, here, this is the guys that we like, and these are the guys that we don't.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Ford and Chevy type stuff.
Yeah. And, well, anyway, his birthday is August 5th, and I'd bought us tickets for SummerSlam,
Okay.
and it's August the 3rd, you know?
Next Saturday.
Yeah. So I'm sitting there, and I'm talking to the paramedic, and I said, hey, buddy, look, I don't give a shit what you got to do.
Keep me up until August 3rd.
Yeah. That boy's got to go to SummerSlam. He said, bud, don't worry about it. He said, you're stressing out for no reason. I said,
What do you do though? You're going down the road. You think you're. I mean, so let's go back to how you feel. So they load you up at Holzer. They tell you you're having a heart attack.
yeah.
And then they throw you on a gurney. EMS takes you out the back, throw you in the ambulance. You're on your way down. Are the sirens going? Are people?
Oh, yeah.
Are they just sitting there talking to you? I mean,
Well, you know, the best part about it is, and you know, I'm cracking jokes and everything, and they're telling me I've had a freaking heart attack or that I'm actively having one.
yeah,
And I told them, I said, hey, they said, well, here, whoever, I can't even remember her name. You know, I'd love to buy her a beer if I could.
Yeah.
You know, because she got me up there so quick. They said, oh, she's going to drive. I said, well, if she can't do it, by God, I will.
Yeah.
You know, I said, I'll get us up there. I know where we're going.
yeah.
You know, and they're like, no, you're having a heart attack. It's
Were they telling you at this time, like, hey, it's going to feel like this, or like, how did it feel? Just you're saying your arm, like, I think every guy has a little bit of like, if you lay on your arm wrong, it'll
you sit
go.
on the couch wrong.
Had you had that before?
Oh, absolutely.
Nothing like that.
No. I was sitting on the couch. Well, I was, you know, like I said, I was driving the truck.
You was driving your truck.
I was driving my truck to Holzer, and my arm just automatic just went numb, just stopped. And I said, "Wait a minute, what in the world?" You know, so I knew something was wrong,
Yeah.
but I didn't. I'm left-handed, so I thought, well, hey, I might have torn something.
Throwing.
Yeah, throwing something, doing something.
Coming from an arm usage game.
Yeah, might have jacked something up. Well, anyway, like I said, I got in the hospital. They do what they're doing, and the whole time, I mean, the hospital staff was great. You know, I know a lot of people do this and do that. They've got their own opinion, but here's mine.
Mm-hmm.
Those people down there were just as good as gold to me, and they were very professional, and they were quick, and they knew what they were doing.
I agree.
And that's why I'm sitting here.
Mm-hmm.
And so I get in, they load me up, and they said, hey, this is who's going to drive. And then these two people are going, the guy said, hey, I'm going to sit behind you. I'm going to be talking to you the whole time. And I said, okay, you know, no problem. So like I said, he said, do you like to fish? Do you like to do? I said, buddy, I like to be alive. That's what I like to do. I said, I don't give a shit what you want to talk about.
This man's trying to give you the old. He's trying to give you the old Earl Shine bear. You're about to listen. Just keep me going.
Absolutely. Right? Just keep the old motor running. I don't care if there's somebody at the wheel, but just keep the motor running. You know. I mean, he's super nice guy. I mean, I'd probably give him a big old kiss if he'd let me. But he's sitting there and he said, "You're gonna be all right. It's gonna be okay." I said, "Well, buddy, I'm glad that you got all this, you know,
positive thinking."
Yeah, I said, "You reading something and I ain't, because my chest is hurting, my arm ain't working."
Yeah.
And
are you telling him this?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
And he's sitting there. He said, "Buddy, we got medicine in you. Everything's gonna start coming back. It's fine."
Did it?
Yeah. Kind of like, you know, hitting your funny bone. Got the tingling in the hand and
it came back.
And I said, "Well, okay." I never lost like mobility or anything. I just couldn't feel it.
Did it hurt?
No.
Didn't hurt.
No. Now my chest, like I said, when my chest was hurting, they ask you, you know, when you go to the doctor, you've been to the ER, you've been wherever. They say pain scale 1 to 10, 10 being the worst. What do you got? I said, I don't know, about a 4, maybe a 5.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's still, you know, over 2 or 3 is typically like, hey, that's there. Let's pay attention to it.
Yeah, that's bothering me.
Well, I think there's a different thing on that pain scale. Like, I don't think you need to look at how much does it hurt to. Okay, is that hurting like and shouldn't be?
Yeah,
right. You know, like there's between like, is it sure it's tolerable, but why is that hurting?
Right. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Like I said, I mean,
not a whole lot in your chest that can hurt other than your heart.
Right. Right. So I said, hey, you know, about a 4, about a 5.
Yeah.
And like I said, nurse sitting there taking her notes. As soon as I said 4 or 5, she did the old, huh?
Yep.
I ain't good. Yeah. Of course, she didn't say that. She's nurses and doctors probably the best poker players ever.
Yeah.
I've come to.
Sure. They can't show emotion.
Yeah. I've come to just figure it out. I mean, they can sit there and say, "Oh, buddy, you're fine."
Yeah, and you might be,
and you're dead in 15 seconds. Yeah, but you're gonna make it.
So you get that. They tell you your pain. So you finally get down there.
Yeah, I get down to Holzer Gallia.
Okay, how long did it feel like it took to get there? Forever?
No, buddy,
blink of an eye.
Buddy, we were flying.
Okay, so
I mean,
you get down there.
I don't drive fast anyway, but I knew we were shitting and getting.
So you go into the emergency room down there.
I don't go to emergency. I go directly to their heart cath.
Okay, ICU type stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, critical condition.
Yeah.
You know, and of course, you hear critical condition.
You think, whew,
buddy,
I'm knocking on the door.
Yeah, and it's, you know, the door's propped open.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, we do.
Which way you going?
Know? So, like I said, I'm sitting there and I'm laying there on the gurney there, and, you know, paramedic the whole time. Buddy, I'm telling you, you're going to be fine. 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 He said, make sure and buy you a shirt at SummerSlam. I said, okay. Yeah, he's cracking jokes and everything else. And that made me a little easy. You know, I said, hey, we're good. If this guy's cracking jokes, I'm all right. You know, now if he would have just kept working and doing what he's doing, I'd been like, hey, bud, you think you can step that up a little bit?
Yeah.
You know.
So he tells you you're going to be fine in the room.
Yeah, we get
in the critical care unit.
Yeah, we get into now we're getting off the squad.
Oh, and he's telling
and he's telling me this stuff.
Okay, that's good.
And then I start hearing about 10, 15 voices, and you know, I'm like, oh, who the hell is that? It was the cath lab team. They'd already been notified. They knew who to come get. They knew who I was. They knew, you know, they knew everything.
Yep.
They said, they get me over there by the bed, and they said, hey, you know, and of course at this time I'm starting to feel okay again. You know, chest isn't hurting. None of that.
You're wanting fixed.
Yeah, I'm just like, hey, bud, let's change oil and
let's go with it.
Yeah, let's go get us a beer after this. you know. But I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, I know they got to do what they got to do, and I'm just going to lay here and let them do it. And the funny thing is, the girl says, like I said, that he's cracking jokes, telling me and this and that. So I said, well, hell, I can start cracking jokes too.
Yeah.
Hell,
Yeah.
It's George Carlin hour. Let's go. She goes, honey, I need you to move over. Yeah. I knew I was going to be all right, because she said, honey.
Yeah.
She said, honey, I need you to move over a little bit. I said, it's because I'm big, ain't it? She goes, no, it's because we got to do this operation. I said, well, all right then, and I move over, and she's sitting there, and they're doing all their stuff. They go and get a blanket, and they start throwing it on me, and I'm like, my God, buddy, it's 95 effing degrees outside.
Yeah.
What are we doing throwing blankets on fat people? It's a
compression blanket. That what it was?
No, it was just a regular old blanket, They said, well, here, we got to get you got to take them shorts off. And I just looked at her and, just ever so lovingly. Yeah, I said, well, you could have bought me a beer first.
You think you're the first one to tell her that?
No. No.
Yeah.
Because she just give me the look like.
Yeah, I've heard that 1,000 times.
That's about the 14th time I've heard it today.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, God, my God, So anyway, they do what they got to do. And
you take your so this so you're getting ready to go in for the stents.
Yeah.
At this time, so where are they? Whenever they go into these stents, where are they going into you at? And like what is a stent? Isn't a stent like just a sleeve that they stick inside an artery to keep it from collapsing or clogging?
It's all new to me.
Okay.
So I go to cardiologist here in the next couple of days, and he's going to explain to me a little bit more in detail, I'm sure. But anyway, they said, hey, we're going to try to go through your wrist to do these stents. We're going to go through your wrist, and if we can't get through your wrist, we're going to go through your groin. That's why you got to take your shorts off. I thought we was just having a party.
Yeah. Wrist. How would they get there through your wrist? What are they sticking in you?
I have no clue, because all they said to me was
count backwards.
Nope, didn't even do. I was awake. I was awake the whole time, because I thought, here we go. They're going to put the mask on me, say, see you later, and hope to God I wake up. That's what I was thinking was going to happen. But anyway, what ended up happening? They said they ended up spraying something on my arm. They said, here, you're going to feel something. I felt just a small little pinch, and then
where on your arm?
Just right there,
right
in there,
on that big vein,
on the big artery. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So they stick it in there.
I could watch it on TV. I mean, I'm sitting, there's a TV there. Doc's over here. He's watching it on TV. He's doing his thing. I'm doing mine. I'm just sitting there.
It's a probe running up your vein.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty gnarly stuff. I'm not going to lie. I sit there and I watched about 3 seconds of it, and I said, nope, we're good. I'm done.
And you're not feeling it?
No, didn't feel the first thing. Had no pain, no nothing.
So there's a little microbe running right up your vein.
Yeah.
Okay.
Going all the way up across.
Would it be that? Which vein would it be, like this one, or where did you say it was?
Just right here. Right
on the top.
Yeah.
This vein.
Yeah. Well, this is where they went in right here. You can see the.
Man.
Yeah. They said here, they had me hold a little handle.
Uh-huh.
And I was sitting there holding it. And they said, you're going to feel a little bit of a pinch. You ready? And there was no 1, 2, 3. Here it is. They just said, you're going to feel this. And felt just a small little pinch.
Like he's getting blood?
Yeah.
IV something?
Yeah. Not even.
Did it stay there, or was it just like a pinch and leave?
Pinch and leave. Done.
And then once it was inside you?
We were good to go. And they're sitting there, and Doc's sitting there talking, doing this, doing that. And I'm coaching too. I'm glad you're doing a hell of a job.
So you're not watching though. You're looking away.
Yeah. I tried to sit there. There was a TV off to my left, and
off to your. So you're. Oh God. So you got to be right here while it's all happening.
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah. And I'm sitting there, and he's going to town on my right arm.
You have to close fist, he said.
Yeah. He said, just relax your hand a little bit. Just barely hold on to it. just barely hold on to a little handle. And so you just barely close your hand. And
I don't know what that would do.
I have no clue either. I don't know if it
something
just
with
kind
the
of
bone or something.
I don't know if it does something with the bone or if it just kind of helps the artery open up.
Yeah.
You know, where it's going to be, hey, we're going to
need the room.
Yeah, we're going to need the room. You know.
So it goes in. Does he have to do this 3 different times since you had 3 different stints?
No. Does it one time. And now, of course, mom and dad and all my buddies and, you know, everybody's up there. Now, I didn't tell you this. I told you this. I'm going to tell you this now. But when I used to work at Holzer, I used to get gout all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we've had our discussions about that gypsy curse. My God.
It's horrible.
Yeah. You know, it's up there with the heart attack.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's right up there.
It is, yes.
But anyway, we used to just mess around all the time. And my buddy Tim James' boy.
Yeah.
Okay, Greg.
Yeah.
Okay. He worked at the jail with me. He was my partner. He was my guy. You know, if we had to do something, it was me and him. We did it. Yep. You know. And so anyway, we worked at the hospital together. And I had to get checked in because, by God, I had that Sheeny curse.
Yeah, had the gout.
Yeah, I had the gout real bad. He said, you okay? And I said, no. I said, we got to get me registered here. And we're doing our thing. And anyway, they said, who you want emergency contact? I said, I don't give a shit. Put Greg down.
Yeah.
And give him his cell phone number. Well, when I was at Holzer Jackson,
they called him.
Sure shit, they called him.
Did he show up?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, well, there you go.
My God, that's a true friend.
That's
right
a true friend.
That
right
is.
There,
that's my guy.
Hey guys, while we're paying the bills, let's talk about one of our oldest sponsors that's been with us since the beginning. Geiger Brothers. Geiger Brothers is headquartered in Jackson, Ohio, with offices in Columbus, Ohio, and Knoxville, Tennessee. We provide construction services in Ohio, Kentucky, West Virginia, and Tennessee. A veteran and dynamic staff of talented people, symbolic of our 100-year history of success, gives Geiger Brothers a distinct advantage. Leveraging that experience for our customers allows us the ability to provide consistent and superior performance for their construction, engineering, and fabrication needs. And hey, we've had several of these guys on our shows. Scott Massey, Kyle Hickey, Shay Meredith, just to name a few. Go back, look through some of the old episodes and get to know them. It's a great group of people that have been with us for a long time, and we certainly appreciate it. So enjoy tonight's show, courtesy of Geiger Brothers here in Jackson.
Yeah.
But he, he shows up, and mom's kind of up in the air, and he's like, calm down.
Yeah.
He's fine.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, he's fine. And so anyway,
You got your boy with you?
Oh, yeah.
So he's in the hospital.
Yeah. Whenever I was in Jackson, at Holzer Jackson, I was sitting there, and they said, hey, we're transporting, all this stuff. And I seen that he was a little bit upset. He was a little bit nervous. You're a parent. You can look at a kid and go, are you nervous?
Well, who wouldn't be?
Yeah. I just looked at him. I said, hey, bud, I'm all right.
Yep.
I said, I just got to get an oil change real quick. We're good. He goes, all right, then.
Yep.
I'll see you here in a little bit.
Yep.
So we were good, So anyway, like I said, they called Greg, the nurses down there, because I told him, I said, hey, make sure you call Greg and call whoever you need to call. I said, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
They called my boss at the sheriff's office, at the jail. They called him, let him know what was going on. He said, hey, whatever he needs, you let me know.
Yep.
I mean, I've had.
So you're in there. What time did you get to the Holzer in Jackson?
Let's see here. About 2:45.
About 2:45. So what time how long does this process take?
Well, when I got the surgery, when I got all the stents and everything put in, got them all put in at once. I'm going to say 20, 25 minutes.
Okay, so what time is it whenever you come out of all this? Whenever they get that out of your veins?
Once I get to my little critical care unit room or whatever, it was 5:15.
All that within 3 hours.
All within 3 hours.
And then it's rest.
Yeah. And then it was rest. And they said, hey, we got to keep you over for 48 hours. I said, well, all right.
So what was your pain, and like, explain this to me. What was the heart attack? Like, what was it, the blockage? Like, what are they deeming the heart attack?
Well, they're saying that,
maybe you don't know this till you talk to cardiologists.
well, no, they told me.
Okay.
When I was in the room, I said, hey, I'm 42 years old. I shouldn't be having heart attacks.
Yeah.
You know,
Uh-huh.
I mean, I know when I was younger and stuff, I tried to be a member of the Motley Crue roadie, you know, hey, let's drink all day and have a good time. Yeah. See how many cigarettes
We're
we
getting
can smoke.
old, bud.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
we're not old, but I mean, anything that you've done in the past for a period of over 10 years is starting to have an effect on you.
Oh, absolutely. I don't know. I said, so I shouldn't be doing this. And they said, yeah, we know. And I said, but what we're going to say, they said, it's nothing that you've done in your past, from drinking beer, smoking cigarettes, doing whatever.
Uh-huh.
They said, it's not that. They said, it's going to be genetic. We're telling you it's genetic. They said, your mom or dad ever have any problems?
Your dad did, didn't he?
Dad did.
About this age.
No, Dad was a little older.
50 maybe?
50s. Yeah. Mid-50s.
I was telling my dad, we was talking about, you being in hospital and stuff, and I was thinking about you, and I said, Dad, if I can remember correctly, I thought Buddy had heart troubles.
He did.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, he does.
Now, that's been 30 years ago almost now, right?
Yeah, well, Dad was born in 55.
So he's 70.
Yeah, he's
Or
70.
69.
Yeah, he's 69 now. But yeah, Dad had, Dad, heavy smoker, all that good stuff. I mean, we played football together, played baseball, did all that. And as soon as you saw Dad, you saw him drinking a pop and
smoking cigarettes.
Yep.
Yep. A lot of men did back then.
Well, absolutely. I mean, it was kind of par for the course, if your dad was coaching, he'd be coaching baseball or whatever, he's coaching third base, but by God, there was a base hit, he'd be over there in left field smoking, it's not that big a
not
deal.
Uncommon back then.
No, it wasn't.
So they think all this was genetic.
They're thinking genetic. Yeah.
Okay.
So of course,
So what was it then?
they're saying that it was genetic, that I just had 3 blockages in the front part of my heart.
Okay. So was this a heart attack?
Yes.
So what was the attack part? Like that's what I don't understand.
Just that my heart, because your heart's a muscle,
Yep.
it got overworked.
So it was exhausted.
Yeah.
And therefore started doing crazy stuff.
Yeah, it basically said, hey, you got a car, you got to check an engine light on.
Yeah.
If you don't
Get it fixed, it's going to affect something else.
It's going to start going haywire. So
So a heart attack isn't really it is bad, but it's
bad.
But it's not as bad as it sounds. Like it's not necessarily a heart attack so much as it is like
it's not a death sentence.
It doesn't have to be.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It's not a death
So
sentence.
you had blockage in these, and then so tell me about this chest pain that you had. Like I mean, what was it? Just a pain like in your chest? Like where did it hurt at?
I mean, basically right in the center.
Right in the center to your right side.
Yep.
So
my left side, yeah.
To your left side.
Yeah. It was one of those kind of like, hey, we ate too much chili, got a little heartburn. Got a little burn there. But that was it. And then, but when I was taking in it, of course I'm running and doing this, doing that. It kind of, started breathing heavy, started getting real short of breath. And I was like, man, I shouldn't be.
What was your heart rate?
That I have no idea.
Did it feel heavy? It feel high?
Yeah. Yeah. That, and it felt like I was standing about knee deep in mud. I couldn't pick up my feet.
Wow. Interesting.
I mean, they were picking up,
Heavy-footed.
But my God, it, you know.
You think that was because of circulation?
Yeah, that's what I'm going to say to it.
Your legs, you know, I see people all the time and that have those purple from the calf down.
Yeah.
Isn't that circulation?
Yeah, it's the varicose vein and all that.
Yeah,
jazz.
But man, I tell you, and I mean, if if they don't get a control over that, they'll take your leg off.
Yeah, yeah. And I got to watch, you know, because I'm diabetic.
Are you? Yeah, you was talking about that 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Me and
now,
Phil
are
Lambert,
you type 2?
Yeah, I'm type 2 like Lambert, you know.
Now I thought type 2 was curable.
It is. It is.
Okay.
So basically, they tell you quit being fat.
How is Lambert a type 2?
Buddy, I have no clue.
I didn't realize I was sitting around with, you know, with Matt Foreman's cheerleading squad.
Yeah. Yeah.
All you guys are on sugar and diabetes. And I was like, what?
You know, you know, the way I found out was pure stupid, dumb luck. I had to go give blood work for insurance.
They said,
you know, of course, I go in, I do what I got to do. They take my blood and all this jazz, and they wait a couple days, and they call me and they say, "Hey, we need you to come in. We got something to tell you." I said, "Well, what did I pick up?" Hang around this damn jail, you know. These
blame it on the jail.
Absolutely.
Old Saturday Night Fever over here.
Absolutely, you know. I sit there and I said, "Okay, what's going on?" And they said, "Hey, you got sugar diabetes." I said, "That's it?"
Yeah.
And they said, "Yeah."
Yeah.
And I said, "Okay." They're like, "No, you don't understand. You could stroke out and die from this."
What was your sugar running back in?
Well, here's the funny part is they told me, they said, "You shouldn't even have been driving really." I said, "Well, what was it?" And they said, "It was 750.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
Yeah. I mean,
jeez, Duke.
I'm sitting there going, "Hey, what do you mean it's 750?
When was this?
A couple years ago.
Couple years ago.
About 3 years ago. Yeah, 3-4 years ago.
Okay, so you're just loading up on medicines now.
Yeah, you know,
metformin.
Yeah, I got the metformins going for me. I got the little shot that I take at night, and
you're taking all that shit.
Oh yeah.
What's your sugar run now?
Oh, it's
great.
Yeah, it's 110 now.
Now what? Now have you seen Chad Reynolds?
No,
buddy, he's lost probably 100.
Well, yeah, I saw him at camp.
I bet he's lost 100.
Has he really?
And I think it's really affected his sugar. Like he was diagnosed with type 2.
Yeah.
And now I think he's close to whipping this shit.
Oh yeah. I mean, once you get a good stranglehold on it, you got her whipped. You got her beat. You know.
Well, is this a wake up call now?
Oh, yeah, well, shit. Yeah. I mean, I said, well, the bad thing about it is when I found out that I was diabetic and all that stuff, I started eating right. Did all the stuff, you know. Wasn't losing no weight.
Things have changed, brother. You ain't 18 no more. You haven't been on the diet fads like a lot of us.
No, I sit there and
you've kind of stopped for 20 years, ain't you?
Yeah. I said this one works for me.
I saw you one time a few years ago. This is back, you know, we was talking about this for the show at the Bart Wiseman days, you know. And I saw you at a Bart show and you was heavy smoking, heavy drinking. You know, not that you were drunk, but I mean, you was drinking a lot of nights out of the week.
Yeah,
you were smoking heavy. How many packs a day in your highest?
Ooh, well, not really that many. In my highest, yeah,
pack a day, 2 packs a day,
maybe a pack, maybe.
Okay,
maybe. I was more of a chewer.
How many packs a day did you smoke?
Just one.
Or how long did you smoke a pack a day? I'm sorry.
Ooh,
5 years, 6 years?
Probably 10.
10 years.
Probably 10.
From what ages?
Probably from 21, 22
to 32.
To 32, 33, yeah.
So you got off the cigarettes that long ago?
Yeah, I mean
10 years ago.
I'll tell you this. I will smoke if I'm drinking.
Me too.
That's the only time.
I'm slowly weaning away from that.
Yeah, I've got to now. So
Now I was going to ask you, before you had this heart attack the night before, what had you done?
I was with Easton. I didn't do nothing. We had sit there and played WWE 2K, and
so this wasn't like, boy, I've had a rough night the night before.
no, this isn't like the old alumni tournament days.
Yeah. Well, I was wondering. You work at a bar.
Yeah. It wasn't like the old alumni games, where you'd have team meeting at the corner pub at 9 a.m.
Yeah.
to play at 9:30.
Yeah.
Let's see how much we can drink.
Yeah.
For 28 minutes.
Yeah. I was wondering about that, because I thought,
no, I had to sit there, and Easton likes going to the ball games, and he likes doing all that stuff. There's playground there. There's always kids there for him to play with, and he likes coming in the dugout and here, Dad, let me get you something cold to drink, or here, let me get you a bat, or you need to hit the ball over here. He's a coach.
So what are these? So now you've come out all this, and you're in the hospital. Okay.
Yeah.
And what was your heart rate during recovery? I'm sure you got to watch that all the time.
It was normal. It was below.
What was it?
I don't even know.
You don't know.
Yeah, I know.
They're not telling you to keep an eye on your heart rate right now.
No, they're wanting me to sit back, relax, and just.
Yeah, but that means slow your heart rate down.
Yeah, they said you don't move out of this bed unless we tell you to.
You ought to look into a watch,
Yeah, I need to get me one of those little Apple watches.
I love this Garmin. I mean, I got on these years ago, and I've only had this one now. I will say I'm about 4 years in on this Garmin, and the battery is starting to shorten on me. But they make them that are solar now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but you need to. So, whenever they say rest and relax, to me, I'm hearing that they want you to slow your heart rate down, because I doubt if you just had a heart attack, you could. Your heart rate is just how many times it beats per minute.
Yeah. The thing about it was I did look up one time. And I think my pulse was 63.
That's not bad.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're sitting there just telling me all sorts of stuff. They're, like I said, the nurses down there at both places, phenomenal. They were great.
But you have no idea what it is right now.
No, not right now. Well, I took it this morning. It was 61.
Your heart rate was.
Yeah.
How are you taking it? Just.
No, we do. I got a little blood pressure cuff at the house, and just plug my arm in it, and there we go.
Okay.
But yeah, I got to do. Of course, I got to take medications and stuff.
What was your blood pressure running?
It was just it was a hair high
that day.
We'll
say it. Give me a hair.
I think it was 150 over. 91.
It's fairly high, Duke.
A little high.
Yeah, a little. I mean, I know mine's been in the twos before, but
yeah.
But,
I mean,
yeah.
You got the high blood pressure too, so I mean,
wonder why. A lot of man, I've noticed a lot of guys our age just seem keened up, that, and it's like. We're not mad. We're not anything. It's just we're almost just a touch hotter than everybody else.
We're kind of like the Spinal Tap amplifier. We're always at 11.
Yes.
And everybody else is at 10. But we're at 11.
And I wonder why that is.
Buddy, I have no clue. I
wish I could. I would like to be at about a 6. Truth be
yeah. Yeah. I'd like to be just above wanting to take a nap.
Yes. Yeah. That's where I'm trying to get to as well.
I just want to be, hey, I'm glad we're here.
Yeah.
Hey, we got cheeseburgers grilling out. Hey, that's great.
So you're out all this, they've got you under control. You're 2 days in just wanting you straight rest. So now you're coming out of there. So now what are they telling you? What's the plan now?
Well, basically what like I said, 20 minutes out of surgery, I got this big old little gauze pad on, and I got tubes running here and there, and I'm sitting there talking and having a good time. I'm talking to these guys, and they said, hey, we just want you to rest. And I said, okay, what do you mean rest? Because I had questions.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm about like you on this one. I said, hey, buddy, I got questions. And they said, we just want you to sit back and relax, and if you need to get up, hit that little call button. We'll come help you up if you got to go to the bathroom, anything like that. And I said, well, okay, I can do that. Like I said, 20 minutes in or out of surgery, talk to mom, talk to dad, talk to Greg, the emergency contact.
Yeah.
Yeah, talk to him. Talk to Ryan, Rob Skeens. Talk to just a handful of people.
Yeah. Yeah.
I straight out of surgery.
Yep.
And they said, okay, visits are done. See you later.
It probably got to be 8:00.
No, it was about 6:37.
Yeah, 7. So yeah, they got to shut
somewhere.
down.
Yeah, they had to shut down. I'm sitting there and turned on the TV and all that good jazz. And I was sitting there and he said, hey, what do you want to eat? I said, buddy, I'm not eating nothing. I don't feel like doing nothing. He said, well, too bad you got to eat. And he ends up bringing me some hospital food, which everybody says it sucks.
No, it's good.
It didn't bother me a bit.
Good.
I liked it.
Yeah.
But brought me some chicken and brought me a pop, and I said, hey,
Ain't that awful though? Here they just got done cleaning you out and they bring you probably fried chicken.
no, it was just regular plain grilled chicken.
Okay, grilled chicken.
No salt, no nothing, which I don't put salt on anything anyway.
Well, I do. I love it.
I said, I can't do it. I said, you and Dad,
Yeah.
like Dad drowns it in it. He loves it.
Yeah, I love salt.
But I had some grilled chicken and green beans and mashed potatoes. And they said, you want a pop? And I said, yeah, sure, I'll take one if I'm allowed to have it. He said, yeah. I said, well, wait a minute now. I'll be Coke Zero. Can't have that sugar. Got the diabetes.
Yeah.
He said, okay. He just looked
I
at me
got
like,
the diabetes.
yeah, he's like, he's going to worry about diabetes. Just had a heart attack. Jesus Christ. But,
So you stayed in there for 2 days.
yeah, 2 days. Sat there and,
Just sit there resting.
yeah.
They didn't get you up really other than to pee,
Yeah.
shower.
Yeah, that was about it. They would come in. The only bad part about being in the hospital is you can't sleep.
Yeah.
Number one, I was in a place that I wasn't familiar with, bunch of noise going on.
Uh-huh.
And then number two, they're coming in every, 20, 30 minutes. It seemed like it was probably every 45 minutes.
Yeah.
But they're like, hey, we got to check your blood pressure. We got to draw blood. We got to do this. We got to
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All that life-saving stuff that I was thankful for.
Sure.
At this time,
Sure.
I was sitting there going, man, I just love to go to sleep.
Yeah.
But, like I said, they were phenomenal. They were great. I owe my life to them. I really do.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, they saved you.
yeah. I mean, honestly.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, if I would have went to the house, if I'd have just said,
Yeah, you
I'm
decided
all right.
to tough that one out. I don't know what happens to Duke Rouse.
yeah, I'm not here.
Did they tell you that basically?
Yeah.
Yeah, you wasn't gonna be here.
Yeah. Which was weird,
Mm-hmm.
That's a weird thing to hear.
Mm-hmm. So what's your plan now, Duke? That's what I want to know.
Well,
I'm from a guy that played ball with you from the time we was 10. I want to know.
Yeah.
Are you going to just? What are you going to do here, buddy?
I'm gonna give it the hell. I'm gonna give it a hell of a try.
What are you going to do?
I got to lose weight.
Okay, so what are you going to do?
Right off, I got to figure out what I got to do. I'm say, hey, they're gonna let me walk.
Well, sure, they're going to let you walk.
They're gonna let me do this. They're gonna let me do that. You
Yeah.
know? And then just with a steady diet, which I already pretty much will do because I don't want to get the gout. So
tell me about what do you think about eating? Because obviously it ain't working, brother.
yeah, the red meat, I got to cut it out.
You got to cut out red meat, so you're going with fish and chicken.
Fish and chicken and turkey.
And turkey, yeah.
Yeah.
Poultry, I should say.
Yeah.
You're going the
Yeah.
poultry route.
And that's about it.
And veggies?
Yeah, nothing but.
Have you looked into like the carnivore or like the
I haven't. A buddy of mine did it, and he lost like 70 pounds. Mm-hmm. And then he got back. He got off of it because he went on vacation, and by God, he put her all back on.
Yeah.
And he said, "Man, that's just too hard."
He gained 70 pounds of vacation?
Well, because he came back and he said, "I ain't doing that no more."
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, vacation just broke the cycle.
He said, "My God, that's too good to eat. I like that."
yeah. I mean, you'll figure it out. You just got to switch. I'm one to talk, but I mean, you just got to switch what you're wanting. I mean,
yeah, I think I know it's going to be hard.
How much weight you going to lose?
I'm at 294 this morning.
294.
294.
Okay.
My heaviest was 310.
Was you really? Did?
Yeah, that's 3 bills.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you ought to be around 225.
That's the goal. That's what I said. I want to be about 220, 225. Mm-hmm.
Think you can do it in a year?
No, I don't know. Maybe if I hit. You
gonna give me the old my knees hurt and all that shit?
No, my knee doesn't hurt.
Okay,
not anymore.
Did you have it fixed already?
No, never.
You was always a knee brace man.
Yeah. Whenever I got hurt, Doc said, "Hey, you'll be the first one to know it."
Yep.
I said, "Okay," and it hasn't popped or anything like that. So I kind of got Dave Humphreys. I know you know Dave. Everybody knows Dave. He kind of gave me a rash of shit when we were playing softball competitively. He said, "What are you wearing that knee brace for?"
I told you. Did he tell you lazy?
Yeah.
He said I can get that knee brace off.
He said, "Take that off." He said, "You look."
You look stupid.
He said, "You look pathetic out here."
Oh, that's awesome.
He's sitting there smoking and everything.
Yeah.
I'm putting on a brand new knee, and he's like, "Take that goddamn thing off." My God. So, well, okay.
Well, typically that's what I try to get everybody into biking, and that's what all of our buddies tell us is they're like, "Hey, my knees," and I'm like, "Man, shit, I got the same knees you do."
Right. I did the exact same shit you did when we were in high school.
Yeah, like
junior high.
Sure.
Yeah. I've never, like I told you when we were at camp there, I said, I don't know if I could pay $1,300 for a bike. My God, I got to get me a good Huffy. But, I wouldn't mind doing something like that.
Sure.
That would be fun.
It's low impact unless you wreck,
Yeah.
and you still get the. Now, hey, I'm biking a lot right now. Now, I'm just not losing a lot of weight, but I'm not really trying to. Like,
Right.
Dude, yesterday I had 2 hoagies for dinner.
Oh, there you go.
2.
Yeah.
I mean, 2 hoagies. Yeah. So, but I'm feeling good. I'm still can go out and jog and everything that I want to do. But
right.
I've noticed, and you're going to notice this too, brother. It's tough. I'm feeling this age right now, and it's not so much I don't feel like it's like, man, I just ain't got it no more.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of that's probably like a mixture of low T.
Right. Oh yeah.
I was on testosterone for a second. I tested for it and everything, and I was low in it.
Yeah. Now, how you test for that? What you got to do?
Just tell your doctor, say, "Hey, test my testosterone."
Really?
Yeah. So a normal man our age, above 40 to 50, I think they want you around 800. And mine was like 236 or something. It was something stupid.
Right.
Well, so they did. They put me on a shot of testosterone. But I had to give it to myself. Like I could go up there for a little while, and then they would basically, I just went and got needles and did it myself.
Right.
And it was doctors prescribed testosterone.
Right.
Well, the reason that I got off of it, and I did it like I took 3 cc's of it.
Mm-hmm.
And, my dad and my uncles and a lot of family members have had history of cancer, prostate cancer.
Right.
So like if I would have, let's say that I've got prostate cancer right now and don't know it. Well, all I'm doing is basically putting Miracle Grow on that.
Oh, yeah.
By taking that testosterone.
Yeah.
So I decided at that point that it really wasn't worth it to me to do that. So I changed my diet some, and now I'm kind of back off of it. I need to get back on it. I just been slipping.
Right.
But
it's easy to do.
It's easy to do. I still feel good. I'm not complaining.
Yeah.
But the thing that I did was I started eating more red meats. I started eating way more veggies, and my testosterone levels went up.
Just shot right up.
I didn't get to 800,
right?
But I did get to almost 4. Lifting weights. I was lifting weights then. I need to get back into that. I want to start.
To get
lifting.
You good set.
I would. I just had dumbbells at the house.
Oh yeah.
But I think you got to do it every day, Duke.
Yeah.
I mean, I think at our age you got to stay active every day.
Yeah. Like I said, with working up there and all that good jazz,
How many hours you work a day, a week?
Just depends, really. if we're short staffed, I'll sign up for overtime and all that stuff because I'm in a vicious relationship with money.
Yeah.
I love it. And it just doesn't love me.
Yeah.
You
So anytime you can work overtime.
Yeah, anytime I can,
When you're working a second job.
Yeah, I'm working a second job. Never thought in a million years that I'd do that. You know, I started bartending up there at the patio in Wellston, and it's.
Well, you guys have shared custody?
Yeah. Because
it seems like you have him a lot. I'm not saying she doesn't, but
yeah, it's we do a 2-2-3.
2-2-3. What's that?
Like she'll have him 2 days, I'll have him 2 days, and then she has him 3 days, and then the next week it just flip flops.
Then you're 2-2-3. Then you're the third,
and then I'm the third. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean it works out. Easton still he seems to love it.
Yeah.
I like it. She
Sure,
likes
sure.
it. So hey, we're all good.
All good. Yeah. Yeah. And probably keeps it on a constant rotating.
Yeah.
Thing where like you've got him all the time, but you really don't. You guys seem to really work that out well. By the way.
Yeah, we do. I mean, it's. I mean, sometimes it's hard, but then there's other times where it's like, hey, this works out. Mm-hmm. I can go do this, and she can go do this, and me and him can go do here, and it's just like the whole SummerSlam deal. It's my week, or it was her day to have him.
Mm-hmm.
But I said, hey, this is what we're going to do.
Yeah.
And she said, hey,
yeah, cool with me.
That's
awesome, man.
I had to take a week off work, to go do it, and I get 2 weeks of vacation with him in the summer. She gets 2 weeks in the summer as well, and I just told her, I said, hey, this is what I got planned.
Yeah.
And she said, hey,
cool. Yeah.
Totally fine with me.
So you work what shift?
I work third shift.
Third, so you go in at 11.
Go in at 11.
Get off at 7.
Get off at 7 a.m.
And a lot of times you're working at the bar or pizza shop until, or you go in at probably 5.
I usually go in about 3:34, just to kind of set everything up and all that good jazz, just kind of
settled in.
Get settled in. Maybe even get something to eat.
Yeah. And then, so then you'll work till 11.
I'll work from 5 till
1.
Till 1. Yeah.
Okay. So it sounds like you probably need to get in the habit of doing it as soon as you get off work off of your main job.
Yeah.
First thing in the morning.
Yeah.
7:30. You ought to be getting your steps in.
Oh yeah. I with working up there. At the main job, I do a lot of walking.
How many steps you getting in? Well, you don't know. I
don't know. But
see, this will tell you all that.
Yeah. The thing about it is I do all my maintenance checks, do this, do that, do all my talking. I do all my wheeling and dealing with those yahoos up there. Hey, this isn't working. I
get this done.
Yeah, I got to get this done, get that done. So I'm constantly moving. But then when it's time to sit down, hey, we're sitting down.
Yeah.
Now we're done.
Are you going to try to get in X amount of miles a day or steps?
Yeah, I'd like to. I mean, I'd like to, be myself personally. I would like to do, once I get off work, if I get off work and I just go down here to the track or something, say, hey, I'm going to do 2 miles today.
8 laps.
Yeah, do 8 laps. And then do that for about 2 weeks. And I'm saying, now I'm going to do
3 laps or 3 miles.
3 miles. Yeah. So hopefully I get up to where, okay, now I'm up to 8 miles of walking.
Yep.
Okay. Well, now why don't we try to jog
a mile?
Yeah.
Or 2 laps.
Or 2 laps.
I'd start off with a lap.
Yeah. I mean, just whatever.
You got to watch that jogging though, Duke.
Yeah. That's a high impact stuff.
It is. It really is. And I think you'll get injured.
Yeah. I mean, we've talked about the old Jackson Hill there. I wouldn't mind walking it every now and again.
I walk it every day.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
See, I don't know. It just we went to helmet pickup yesterday, and my God, I saw some poor soul. He was jogging. He got about halfway up, and he said, "Throwing the towel in on this one. We'll just walk it." And deer were looking at him.
That's a monster hill.
It looks like it.
Yeah.
Because when we were driving up it, I was like, That's straight up.
Yeah. When are they going to give you the clearance to be able to do that?
I would say probably here in the next couple of days, because I go the 29th.
Monday.
Yeah. So I'm sure he's going to tell me, hey, this is what you can do. This is what you can't do. The thing about it is, like, where they went in on my wrist, they told me, hey, act like it's a broke wrist.
Yeah.
Don't be messing around with it. Don't be,
Yeah.
don't be touching it. Don't be doing this. Don't be doing. I didn't plan on touching my wrist. And so just kind of, you got to kind of kid glove it and baby it a little bit. I said, yeah, that's fine. I can do that. They said, don't lift anything over 10 pounds. And I mean,
you probably need to give yourself a couple months, really.
Yeah. I figured, I don't know.
You could start lightly
October.
walking. When are you going back to work?
As soon as they release me. I mean,
I'd say when you went back to work, you could at least, I probably wouldn't go home and try to tackle 3 miles, but I mean, even if you just walked a mile a night that first week.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what that's kind of the game plan, because I got the big boss there, mom, she'll tell me, hey, this is what you're doing.
You want to make sure you're here, man. You got that young boy. You can't be checking out.
That's the thing. That's the only, I told him at the hospital, I mean, I was wreck.
Sure.
I was crying and shit.
Sure.
I couldn't help it.
Yeah.
But I told him, I said, buddy, I got to be there for that little boy. That's just it.
Yeah.
That's just it. I said, I said, whatever you got to do, just do it.
Well, R.I.P. to our boy Blamer, the same day that this all happened.
Absolutely. Yeah. I didn't get that news until the next day, because mom had come in for visitation, for visiting hours and stuff. And she handed me my cell phone, and she said, you're never going to believe this. I said, what? She said, that phone ain't stopped for 24 hours. I said, okay, I got to check it. So I started checking messages and this and that. And one of the girls that I graduated with, she said, hey, did you hear about Jared Blamer? She said, I know you're going through a bunch.
Yep.
But did you hear about Blamer? And I said, no, what's going on? Is he all right? I said, no, he passed away. And I said, oh, man.
I don't know what was going on with him. I don't know what kind of surgery or anything.
I don't either. Anytime anything like that happens, when somebody says, oh, man, what happened and this and that, I said, I don't really give a shit what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that might sound, it sounds kind of asshole-ish, but I'm not being an asshole.
Yeah.
The thing about it is my friend's gone. I don't care what happened.
Yeah.
My buddy's gone.
Yep.
I worked with Jared up there at Holzer. He worked in the kitchen. I worked security.
I graduated with him.
Yeah.
Yep.
I still remember, him getting in trouble when the Columbine school thing happened. He had the gun rack in his truck.
Yeah. They sent me home for 2 weeks during that. Yeah. I was gone for 2 weeks.
Yeah. They said, hey, you guys can't be toting guns to school.
No, I was they put me and Kranitz and Vince or Jay or somebody
on the list.
We were top of the list.
Yeah. They had done something like that my senior year.
Same group of dudes that did it to me?
I guess. I don't know. I knew them.
I did too. I never had no problem with them.
I didn't either.
Next thing I know, they're putting lists with my name on it.
Matter of fact, they introduced me, a couple of them guys, they introduced me to the Ramones. I had never heard of the Ramones before. And they said, hey, man, you like to lift weights and do that? I said, yeah. Well, this is absolute speed, bud. Here you go.
Yeah.
And I mean, 2 minutes and 30 seconds of just rip, roar, and go, I said, hey, well, I like that.
Yeah.
That's a good time. And then there's a list.
Yeah, you'd be on it. I was on it because of my hair color.
Yeah, they said, I remember, Mr. Rice, he called us all in. He said, and I think he already had this under advisement. But he said, hey, if any of you guys are scared or nervous or you don't feel comfortable being at school,
just go on home.
You guys can go on home.
Yep.
Well, we heard you don't have to be at school.
Yeah, that's what I heard too. I heard, hey, 2 weeks off.
Yeah, so we said, hey, I live out by Hammertown.
Yeah.
let's go fishing.
Yeah.
So we went fishing, you know, and we were gone for about 3 or 4 days, you know.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's different. You know, and the thing about it is, you know, those guys are good guys, you know. I mean, I always thought they were.
I forgot about Jared getting in trouble with that gun rack.
Yeah. But, you know, they handle stuff. I don't know how they'd handle it now.
Yeah.
Because you got a young son, too.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, I don't know how they would handle all that good jazz, you know. I mean, I know how we handled it.
They'll figure it out.
I mean, I know how we
They'll
handled
figure
it.
it out. Our dads probably said the same thing about us, Duke, whenever they was our age.
Right.
We had, you know, our dads they was probably just right about our age, about the same scenario.
Yeah.
As we are with our boys, and that we figured it out. Them boys of ours will figure it out.
Oh, yeah. You know, I remember the whole, meet me out there in the back parking lot and we'll figure this out.
Yeah. They'll have their own ways. They'll do it. So,
you know, it happens.
It
I
happens.
mean, and boys are going to be boys.
Yep.
It's you know, girls are going to be girls and whatever, you know. So it's going to be fun. You know, I absolutely, you know, I've told everybody, you know, with Ethan and stuff, everybody says, man, he just looks so much like you and this and this and that, you know. And I said, yeah, you know, I said, if I could, I'd have 1 million of them.
yeah.
I said, but the one I got, buddy, he's
1 in a million.
He's 1 in a million. He's as good as gold, you know.
He kind of looks like his mom, too.
Yeah, a little bit.
He's got your hair. And
Yeah.
Your hair, like, you know, head. Like he's got your head. You know, he looks like his mom, too.
Yeah, he does. Like I said, he's getting ready to get into the big contact football.
Monday night.
Yeah, that's going to be fun.
You'll
you know.
enjoy it.
Yeah.
You'll enjoy
I
it.
can't,
While he's at practice, get that big ass up out of a chair
yeah. Oh, I don't plan on sitting.
and go for a walk.
Yeah, I don't plan on sitting.
You've got
much.
2 hours every night.
Yeah.
Instead of sitting down there, you ought to be walking.
Yeah. I'll pack a little water. I'll run to the tree.
You ought to.
There you go.
You ought to be able to get in 2 hours, Duke. You ought to be able to easily get in 5 to 6 miles. In 2 hours.
Easy. I could do that.
Yeah,
I could do that, no problem.
that's 3 miles an hour. You get in 6 in 2 hours, and 3 miles an hour is pretty slow.
yeah.
That's pretty.
Yeah,
you know, that's pretty well lover stroll pace.
Well, I got that Cindy Rouse walk though, buddy.
Do you?
Bud, she's
Fast and furious.
buddy. She's a world class sprinter.
Yeah.
I remember. You know,
She'll drop her head and go.
yeah, I remember being, you know, 6th, 7th grade, whatever it was, and you know, you had to go to school shopping.
Yeah.
My God, Mom, she'd have 10 laps in.
She'll cover a store quick or something.
Yeah, if she's got to, she will. You know, I mean, and she's 60.
Oh, you're going to call out Mama's age.
Yeah, she's 60-some years old.
Oh, son.
And some change.
Son.
But by God, I mean,
When will you be 43?
November.
Coming up. Well, I'm going to keep you. You know me, I'm going to continue to ride your ass.
Oh yeah, I you know, and I love it.
I know you do. Yeah, I love it too. Everybody's like, I'm like, listen. I told Gibson the other day, I said, do kids make fun of kids? You know, and everything. We used to talk about that, and he goes, no, he's like, they're all right. And I go, you know who I make fun of? And he goes, who's that? And I said, if I like you.
Yeah,
I said, if I'm not making fun of you, that means I probably don't like you.
If well, I mean, just how we grew up and stuff.
We're all like that.
Yeah, I mean, if you sit there and I just will. Hello, Jason. How are you?
Yeah, good to see you, Jason.
You'd think there's something wrong.
I would. I'd think there's something out of it.
Yeah, if I didn't get hey, Pudge.
Yeah. So I'm going to continue to ride your ass about this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like,
you know, I mean, I hope you see me out and
we're going to get
you do the old Snapchat
and Joey Simpson. I'm going to get the 2 of you.
Yeah,
and we're going to have ourselves a weight loss competition.
Yeah, I couldn't remember who it was. I can't remember, but it was one of the guys. He's sitting there and he'd be running or something.
Hey, Chubbies. Let's talk about a sponsor that came to us about a year ago, and it's been nothing but smooth sailing ever since, just like it is in their business. And that sponsor is the Kelly Wiley Group of the Keller Williams Capital Partners. You know, the market has now shifted for sellers, and now more than ever, experienced professionalism actually matter. Gone are the days when the agents can just snap some pics with their phone and pop a sign in the yard. Sellers actually deserve more than that. Whether you're selling a $100,000 home or $1 million home, you'll get Kelly Kelly Wiley. You get Kelly Wiley, an agent that you can trust with more than 16 years of experience and more than 1,500 transactions. Kelly will answer your questions, she'll reduce your stress levels, and she'll help guide you through what we all know is a lengthy process. You get professional photography, you get FAA licensed drone pilots, and you get an in-house marketing team to make your home look amazing to the future buyers. You get a full staff of transaction professionals to make sure that your transaction goes smooth from the beginning to the end. You get reach. They have 3 MLSs to reach out more and more agents, and they can find your house quicker and easier now than ever through those MLSs. And you get a referral network of more than 160,000 Keller Williams agents across the United States to send buyers to see your home. You just can't beat it, guys. These are the reasons why the Kelly Wiley Group is the #1 team in the area. If you want your home sold for the right price and for the highest price possible in the shortest amount of time, guys, call Kelly Wiley today at 740-577-3795. I'm going to say it to you again. If you want your home sold for the highest price in the shortest amount of time, it's a great deal for everybody. Give Kelly Wiley a call at 740-577-3795, and let's get that listing. Lord, I've never seen. If you want, I tell you what. If you want to figure out how to do it and get in shape,
Oh yeah, I mean,
go talk to Scott Massey.
oh yeah, I'm gonna have to.
The man looks like a Men's Health magazine poster.
Oh yeah,
He really does.
yeah.
And it really is severely chaps me that he does. Like, he looks that good.
Now how old is he? He's what?
Oh, he's pushing 70.
Oh yeah, easy.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'd say Massey's, I think Massey he's knocking on 60. He's probably 58.
Okay,
58.
Ain't
He's
bad.
probably 57, 58, somewhere around there.
You know, the thing about it was now did you have trouble when you turned 40?
Like, emotionally? Or like,
Yeah,
psychic-wise?
was you like, oh, man, I'm 40?
Dude, I feel like I've went through so many midlife crises at this point. I don't know which one of them it was, but yeah, I mean, maybe.
Right. I you know, I was okay with 40.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. I was okay
I feel
with
like I was okay with 40. There was one of them, though, that really bothered me.
30 bothered me.
I think it was 35 really bothered me.
Really?
Yeah, it was like 37, one of them. Like,
Now see, when I turned 30, I was up there celebrating, up there on the corner there, up there at the pub. Was having a good time. Had a good time all night.
Yep.
Bart and them played.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, if you've been to a Bart show,
Oh, yeah.
you have a good time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, you guys played. I mean, I think you might have played that night. I can't remember.
Yeah, maybe.
But, you know, we was drinking beer, having a good time and everything. And it was time to go home, and went and laid down. I said, man, you're 30.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said, I hadn't thought about it all night.
Yeah.
My God, you're 30. Yeah, they might as well just start digging. You know what I mean? Because, you know.
I wish I had them years back. I wish.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
wish I could have some redos on those years. I
Yeah.
probably wouldn't have stayed so wild.
Right.
I'd probably went and done more adventurous type things than I would have.
Yeah. You know, I mean, we traveled the big blue sea and all that good stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Jamboree.
we was Jamboree veterans, you know.
I wish, now I wouldn't have taken those times back, but I'm saying, like, the times that I was just running the bars and stuff, just destroying my liver whenever I was in my early 20s. I wish I had some of those back.
Yeah. Oh, because, I mean, that
Had
was
the money back. Jesus.
Oh my God, yeah. I mean, when it was the rite of passage, Hey,
It's just what you did. Yeah.
you turn.
I don't
21.
regret it.
Oh no. You turn 21 and you go destroy yourself every weekend or even during the week. I mean,
Just I was thinking the other day, man. You would just flat destroy yourself every Saturday.
oh yeah,
Like, or at least maybe it was Friday. One of those days
Yeah.
was your day.
yeah. One of those days was your day.
And you were going to flat destroy yourself.
Yeah. I've got $100 in my pocket, and my God, it's burning it.
Back in it was about 60.
Yeah,
For about $60, you could really just
have a good time.
tourniquet your liver. Oof.
Yeah, there was. I mean, like I said, but how I turned 40, I was up there at the pub having a couple beers, and they said, "Well, here, buddy, you're happy birthday. You okay?" And everything. Well, yeah, I'm fine. I'm 40.
Yep. You get a little older. You're all right.
I'm good.
Yeah, well, I hope you're here for 44.
Oh,
43 here.
Yeah. Oh,
so
absolutely.
You got anything you want to tell anybody?
Hey, man, like I said, on the Facebook, I sit there and I tried to thank everybody for their prayers, their texts, their phone calls, everything. If I didn't get to you, I'm sorry. But just know that I appreciated every last one of them.
Yes.
And
there was a ton of people thinking about you, man.
Yeah, there was. And I was like, my God, that's great. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And it was just one of those things where, I know what I got to do now, and
we're going to make sure you do it.
Oh, yeah. I hope somebody sees me out and they say, "Put the fork down, fat boy. What are you doing?"
Yeah.
So I hope that, just know that I take it all in good fun and
yeah,
and all that good stuff.
A year from now, we're going to bring you back.
Oh yeah,
I expect to see you at least 240.
I mean
240.
Oh yeah, 240s in
July. I tell you what, August 1st, 2025.
Mark it down.
You need to be at least 240.
At least.
Do you think you're at 294? But you're 54 pounds. You think you can?
I could do that.
It's 3 pounds a month.
I could do that. I mean,
almost 4. That's a little 3 point something.
Yeah, I could do that. I think I could do that.
Well, you got a year.
I got 365 to do it. You
got a year.
Now, I am Jackson County's most eligible bachelor.
Oh, well, yeah. So if we do find you a woman, she can't be a good cook.
Yeah, she's got to suck.
Yeah. So if you suck as a cook,
you got to screw up a bowl of cereal.
Hey, if you're a woman and you can't cook, really you don't have anything positive going on in your life, okay? And you want to take a man that is borderline 1 foot in the grave, okay? He just had a massive heart attack. He has nowhere to go but up.
Works hard.
We've got Duke.
Works hard. Probably can make you a drink too.
Yeah. Hey, tune in. Thank you. Appreciate you guys. See you.